my God, is that the Faces of the Future? We got a good slate of Monday Rundown news, and we started off with Baby Keem's Casino album. He dropped. Was long awaited album. We talked about it last week about it. It's been 5 years since he dropped the Melodic Blue, and last week we kind of alluded to what we hope to see on the album or hope to listen to all the album. And I think based on what I heard, because before I came into the studio today, and even when it dropped on Friday, I played the album probably like 2 or 3 times. I watched the live stream that he had to accompany the listening party. I think it was the night before, the night of, and in my opinion, Baby Keem delivered on everything that we wanted to hear from him when it came to what was he doing before Kendrick, what was he doing before the TDE situation, what was he doing before he became this mainstream guy that we know as Baby Keem. And throughout the project,
which was what though?
Bro, he was really pretty much like an orphan baby that was stranded, bro. His mom was on drugs. He talked about how his mom was in and out of rehab. He talked about how there was nights where he would just be left alone, like nobody. He's like 5-6 years old by himself, just roaming the streets. He talked about all the stuff he saw, like when he was in Vegas, because they started off in Long Beach, but then they moved to Vegas, and he alluded to how he would have just stayed there. I guess obviously because he had family there and stuff like that. Right. But like seeing how like his uncles were like abusers, all that type of stuff, and like he went deep into.
That's why I said fuck that nigga Andre.
But yeah, he went deep into like all of that, bro. Like what makes Keem him, and then he even if in his listening party. That they live stream, he talked about why he was on his hiatus and stuff like that. So, and what he went into detail was like, since his mom was like going through like the problems that she was having, like his grandmother's the one that raised him, but his grandmother passed away. So he was going through it. And in the last record that I played was Highway 95. Like he was talking about, if you run it back, he was talking about how like he hit the 95 once he found his grandma was passing to try to like cope with what was going on. Because I was like the person that really like, took his care of him. It was it was essentially his mother figure. Yeah. You feel me? And so like it was good to see him like I guess open up about like the traumas that he was going through. And let us get like an inside look to what made him at the end of the day. And they were talking about he was talking about also during the listening party how he's gonna name it after his mom, but he said that would have been too selfish because there was a lot of things that cultivated into who he is as a person. And that's why he had himself as a baby on the cover. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was pretty much a metaphor of like, this is the life that he went through before he came to like this stardom and all that type of stuff. And but it was also interesting to hear how he was talking about like at the height of like him working on the album, him going to, I guess it was Coachella, starting to work on the project. When he got off the stage, he found out that his mom had left rehab, and it's like he didn't know what to do because like that, rehab is the last ditch effort to like, get someone off the thing. So she left that joint. He was like all sad about it, and even a little bit, he wished his mom was there at the listening party, but she wasn't there. But hopefully she's watching somewhere. So I think the vulnerability of Keem made this project what it was. Yeah. It wasn't necessarily like you have records like the record with Momo Jones and Kendrick, Good Flirts that I played to start the pod. Yeah. That's probably going to be like the hit record, not the hit record, but the lead single that's going to push, to get people like
to tune into
the project.
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like this was more so a good follow up to his freshman album, the sophomore album, but also like a good like I said, it was artistry asset.
Yeah, I think it was. Just based off the songs that we were listening to, I think it was more mature, more of a
very mature
album. Like you said, the vulnerability aspect, just by the songs that we were just listening to before. But yeah, it was definitely different. Like you said, we kind of, based off what we were saying or what you were saying previously about like him just telling his life story from before he was Baby Keem to the prelude.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying, and that's what I wanted from.
And it changed, but I also another thing that I appreciate, bro, the dude morphed into like 10 different characters. And I think that's like Kendrick-esque.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
The voices that he was using, because some of the records, one of the records I thought, I forget what it was. He sounded like 3 Stacks on one of the drums, but it was just him like rapping.
Yeah.
And then like you said, the one record he kind of was Kendrick-esque on the one record, and then he's singing on some of the records. So it's like,
and like he's around Kendrick, so he's gonna have that. You know what I mean? That feel. So I can't put that past him, which is, believe it or not, it's kind of dope because when Kendrick's done, you're still gonna have a a feel through Baby Keem.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, Young Thugs, Lil Uzi and all them.
Yeah.
They all have like an influence by that one person.
Right. And what I mentioned last episode too is, and what this listening event actually showed me is like they're pushing Keem to be kind of run with the torch, the guy with TDE now, bro.
I mean, which he can. TDE or PG Lane.
I mean, well, PG Lang, my bad. PG Lang, yes, yeah, good correct me because they are PG Lang. Yeah. With PG Lang. But yeah, he's like, because even at the event, he was on stage by himself. Yeah. Like standing there rapping, whatever. And like he had a lot of people there in the crowd too.
No, I mean, I think Baby Keem definitely has a good, solid cult fan base, for real.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, it's now to where it's like he has to stay active.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he has to stay active?
I mean, I don't want to, because like, you know, I've listened to some songs, but like I really want to sit down and digest this shit to where, I mean, if this project to me, as you said, checks all the boxes, then it's like, okay, he doesn't really have to like drop album after album, but it's like right now for him, yeah, it's good for him to stay active for sure. Well, yeah. Like, I mean, if he drops the album and let that shit marinate, okay, cool, and then go on features and maybe drop maybe another project like around fall or something like that. Like that's active to me in his type of realm if he has a project like this. True.
You know I mean? I also think though when it comes to that too, he's gonna be because he's going on that world tour. That we talked about. So like the album's dropping, and he's about to be everywhere. So he's gonna be in everybody's faces, whatever it may be. And then I think just this type of project, just based on when I was listening to it, it's one of them projects that's gonna grow on you. Every time I listen to it, I liked it more and more. I liked it more and more. Just hear like the context of what he's talking about. But also, I want to ask you this, and this is something for the listeners too. Do you think this version of Keem connects more with the masses in his audience, or the more energetic Keem that we were introduced to?
I mean, that's the beauty of his craft right now, because it's like he's at the point to where he already has the young generation, quote unquote, having like the high energy music. Now it's like he's showing maybe like the older crowd, not the older crowd, but like people a little bit older, maybe our age and a little bit older type shit, to show like, okay, he can actually be an artist and rap for real, or be on like not a melodic sound, but you get what I'm saying? And I feel like this album right here connected everything to show like, okay, he can make high energy and he can make good music.
Yeah, and I think this version of him has more longevity when it comes to just like the rawness, the emotion, and like you said, not necessarily just connecting with an older demographic, but growing with his fans. Because you know how like a lot of artists, they'll stay in that same sound. They're making like the young, like energetic, but they won't like grow. They won't show necessarily the vulnerability side or whatever it may be. But like this is like an evolution of him like growing as a man in general.
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Because we were introduced to him as a youngin, like running around doing nutty shit, whatever it may be. And now it's just like, because he even alluded to that, like, it's been like a lot of shit has changed since he was 21 doing X, Y, and Z. How he blew a lot of bread on dumb shit, and now it's like he lost shorties that he was in love with, and now he's looking at the world way differently. And and I think there was a lyric like he's not afraid to cut off his family. They're not on the same type of time that he's on now.
Damn.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. It was in the song that he was listening to.
Bro, it was in one of the records. Like I forget which record it was, but he said that. He said I'm not afraid to cut off my family. They're not on the shit that I'm on. Like I feel that. That's the mindset that he's on. It's like you can see the growth. You can see like. Just like I can see the maturity, bro. Like if you watch the lives, dude, like, you can see it you can see like his eyes, you can see like his demeanor, the way he's walking around. Like he's just about his business, bro. Like
trying to get the guala and the coins.
Yeah, man.
It's more than just that though, too. But it's like
and just keeping his sanity, bro. That's what I realized. He's trying to this whole process. He's been trying to stay sane along with the stardom, and I liked it because it's showing. A lot of artists don't show like the pitfalls, bro. They only show the highlights in this generation age. They don't show like, yo, I'm a human, bro.
Right.
I'm a human. Like this is what I'm on the stage in Coachella, but my mom in rehab and I'm really fucked up right now.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's usually like when the highest moments when you're about to touch, it's always you got some sort of sacrifice happens.
Yeah, bro.
Not a sacrifice, but or distraction or whatever. It's like, damn, how can I really enjoy the fruits of my labor because I got this on the background going on that nobody knows, but I got to still perform.
Yeah, man. It's just hearing now, I'm just like, man, I appreciated it, bro. I appreciated it. Just that aspect of it, and I'm excited to see how it's continuing to be received.
Me too.
by not just like his core fan base, but just the masses, the media outlets. Because I was even reading some articles, it was been perceived pretty well, just based on like the things we've been saying, the maturity and the growth and stuff like that.
And that's what I want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like we're all getting older.
Yeah,
like these artists that we've definitely heard when we were in, outside of college, around that time when they were just coming up. It's just now like we want to move with the times with you, but like we don't want to hear all that high energy shit. We want to hear some substance too.
Yeah. Do you think since he did the live stream listening party, obviously some people that's done that before, obviously Ye's famous for doing that type of thing. Do you think this model of like the rollout is going to come back in this new wave of like music, of how people are rolling out their music and the listening events and streaming and that type of thing?
See, the thing is, it's actually lit because it's now. I mean, it's now making shit become the digital become physical again, because like all these, it might be streaming in the most random places. Like, oh, everybody meet here, we're streaming here, and like it's gonna be a concert.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a concert.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm kind of happy about it because I feel like more people are gonna want to be going on tours and all that shit, because streaming is the new thing, and the new thing is being around the people.
Yeah, and that's something he said too on his live stream. He's like, yo, I'm so appreciative of all y'all that here. It's real people, physical people here, like not the bots online. Like there's actually real individuals that support what I got going on, that type of thing. And I was like, he's not just saying that to saying it. He's saying that because, like you said, a lot of people with these streams and like we were talking about with the bots and all this type of stuff. Like, they don't have that tangible audience. They don't have that.
Bro.
They don't have that real physical where even getting like 100 people or 200 people in a room to listen to some art that you've been working on for however long, like and he's able to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are definitely delusional in the aspect of like just because you have X amount of likes or views, like you're really on and popping.
Yeah,